For Guild Wars 3, we wanted to be very intentional with how we approached the music for the game.
Our music really encourages players to explore and experience the magical environments.
I wanted to have that sort of a warm feel to it.
So we've established 4 core pillars to guide the direction of the music. The first is respect the legacy.
There are countless iconic music moments across the franchise, so we're excited to bring them back in meaningful ways for players.
Our second pillar is that melody is paramount. Having those core melodies that players can remember afterward and stick with them is a really core piece of how we're approaching the music for the game.
To build on the musical legacy of Guild Wars in new and evocative ways, we're very excited to partner with highly accomplished composer Kazuma Jinnouchi.
Chase was describing his desire for the music to be very melodic. Yeah, that was the pillar for me to start with, and how can we make this video game music very melodic and still highly interactive too. Knowing the story takes place 1,000 years before Guild Wars 1, I was naturally turning to solo strings, and then solo violin happened to be my choice. And how I met Yuki was through an event that was hosted by Seattle Symphony. And I got to hear her performance right in front of me. And I fell in love with the texture of the sound she was producing, and kept thinking how we can collaborate. And Guild Wars 3 showed up in front of me, and I was thinking, oh, this is a perfect opportunity for us.
I've had the pleasure of working with Kazuma before on a couple of Halo games, but his score for Suzume in particular, I felt really pulled at the heartstrings. The emotional depth of that score is really what we're going for with this game. His grasp of electronic textures was a great match, and we really wanted the music to feel as spiritual and magical as the environments themselves.
You'll also hear additional music from composer Asuka Ito. We're also excited to have orchestrations by Nobuka Toda. Both have worked closely with Kazuma to help realize his musical vision.
And as a special surprise, we're bringing back Guild Wars 2 composer McLean Deemer. McLean has played a major role in shaping how the world of Guild Wars sounds. We felt it was important to hear his voice in our universe again.
Our third pillar is negative space, and this applies both to the way we compose, orchestrate, and also implement the music.
Kazuma really nailed that negative space pillar. Our music is comforting to come home to. It's peaceful, it's meditative, and you don't really hear this type of score that often.
We wanted to come up with unconventional instrumentation with unconventional way of performing it.
We've been really exploring some unique instruments, unique textures, and playing some instruments in really unconventional ways. We want to make sure that the music is comfortable with sparse and more intimate instrumentation, and also gives enough room to breathe so that when it gets grander or bigger, that it hits especially hard.
Our audio programmer, Cameron McNair, and tech audio lead, Zeke Fenelon, really helped develop a music system that can scale and contract based on context. And what we've ended up with is probably one of the most intuitive music systems I've experienced.
And our final pillar is sense of place. We want to make this world feel like home with music that supports how the players interact with it. Not only in terms of where you are geographically in the game, what area or environment you're in, but also where you're at with your relationship with other characters in the story.
In terms of how we came up with the theme as we have now, is we did multiple sketches. And one of the sketch was with the solo violin, and that was originally written for a prototyping project. And then Chase and I wanted to do a story-oriented theme, and I wrote a few variations, and personally, I kept going back to the theme that I was using, solo violin, and eventually I pitched Jason Nadia that, hey, can we go back to this theme with the solo violin?
Kazuma has also done an excellent job of writing beautiful phrases that can ebb and flow naturally. Our music really encourages players to explore and experience the magical environments. Music will play for a few minutes, there'll be a brief few minutes of silence, and finally, when music returns, it's a huge sense of relief.
I really want the music to give them a sense of hope. This world is just so beautiful, and it's just such a great place to go and explore and see the amazing environment that the team has built. And the last thing I really want players to feel when playing the game is a connection to the characters that they're meeting and falling in love with as they play the game.
Chase, our lead sound designer Joe, Kazuma and I really worked to find something that feels as familiar and comfortable as any of the music Guild Wars has done before.
I wanted to make it feel like someone's reading you a tale. So it's like your mom reading you an old story, and I wanted to have that sort of a warm feel to it. I want the player to feel a sense of hopefulness and sense of wonder, which was the pitch Chase gave me, and I thought that was great.
I think we've found a unique balance of introducing new textures, new flavors, almost like we were breathing new life into the music of Guild Wars. I'm really excited for players to hear that for the first time, and I hope they love the music as much as we do.